All right, let's dive right in. We're going to talk about a huge shift in how we think about search. I mean, for years, it was all about one thing, right? Nailing that #1 spot on Google. Well, guess what? The game is changing, and it's changing fast. So let's unpack what this actually means for you.
So let me ask you a question, and I want you to seriously think about this. Just forget Google for a second. Where does your brand rank inside an AI? You know, when a real customer goes to an AI like Grok and asks for a recommendation, does your name even pop up? That right there is the new question every single marketer needs to be asking themselves.
And this slide, wow, this says it all, doesn't it? On the left, that's the world we've lived in for decades. A nice, tidy list of 10 blue links. Your rank is a number, simple. But over on the right, that's the new reality. It's a conversational paragraph, a totally new answer, cooked up by AI that just mentions a few brands. There are no positions anymore. You're either in the conversation or you're invisible.
So yeah, this new world is being built by AIs like Grok. And what we're realizing is that the old SEO playbook, you might as well just toss it out the window. It just doesn't apply here. The goal isn't about hitting a number on a list anymore. It's about earning a mention in a paragraph.
And if you're thinking, is this really a big deal yet? You absolutely cannot afford to ignore this. Grok has already exploded to 64 million monthly active users. And listen, these aren't just random people. We're talking about the tech-savvy crowd, the early adopters, the folks who really set the trends.
And look at this. This is what's so wild. It's the speed of the growth. After their latest model dropped, traffic shot up by an insane 436%. This is not a slow burn, folks. This is a full-on explosion. It's changing, right now, how people find information online.
Okay, so if you want to be visible where all these people are, you've got to track it. But here's the catch. Tracking Grok is a totally different ballgame. Why? Because, and I'm going to keep saying this, you're not trying to climb a list. You're trying to get mentioned in a conversation. And this right here is the key idea you need to wrap your head around. It's called a synthesized answer. Basically, Grok acts like a super-fast researcher. It scans tons of different sources online and then writes its own unique paragraph summarizing everything. So the new goal, it's not about being #1. It's about being one of the brands or sources that the AI thinks is important enough to mention or cite in its summary. That's it. That's the whole game.
And here is Grok's secret weapon, its superpower. Unlike a lot of other AIs, Grok is plugged directly into the live, real-time conversation happening on X, formerly Twitter. Think about what that means. Your social media team, your customer service reps on X, they are now on the front lines of your search performance. What people are saying about your brand right now could literally show up in a Grok answer a few minutes later. So the big question is, how on earth do you track this crazy, complicated, conversational world? Well, thankfully, a whole new category of tools is popping up to do just that. Let's take a look at the leading options.
Okay, before we get into all the bells and whistles, let's talk about the thing everyone's thinking, price. How much does this stuff cost? Really, the market breaks down into 3 main tiers. You've got your pay-as-you-go options for a quick look, your more affordable monthly subscriptions like Cairrot for keeping an eye on things, and then the heavy-duty premium tools like Rankability.
Now, for most folks just getting into this, I'm talking agencies, small businesses, Cairrot really seems to hit that perfect sweet spot. It's built to give you some serious pro-level data on Grok, but without that scary enterprise price tag. It's just the practical choice.
And when you dig in a little deeper, you can really see why. The Grok tracking itself is a pretty affordable add-on. But the stuff that really makes it stand out, it's the things they give you for free that other companies charge an arm and a leg for, like a free WordPress plugin so you can actually see how AIs are crawling your site, and free API access for building your own reports. That is super rare in this space.
Okay, but let's say Grok isn't just something you're looking into. Let's say it's a major top-level priority for your company and you've got the budget to back it up. Well, then you're going to want to check out Rankability. This is the big one, the heavy hitter for large teams who need to know everything.
So what are you actually paying for with a premium tool like this? Well, for starters, Rankability is the only one that actually pulls in and analyzes all those social signals from X we were just talking about. And it doesn't just dump a bunch of data on you. It actually creates playbooks telling you exactly what to do. Plus, it's not just for Grok, it tracks you across other AI platforms too.
But hey, what if you're not ready to sign up for any monthly subscription? You're just curious. You just want to dip a toe in the water and see what's going on. That's exactly who AI Rank Checker is for. It's designed for those quick,
one-off reports.
Yeah, its whole selling point is the payment model. It's really simple. Pretty much every other tool wants you to subscribe. This is the only one that's like, hey, just pay for one report. It's absolutely perfect if you're putting together a pitch for a new client, or if you're a small team and you just need a quick snapshot of where you're at right now. Okay, so we've looked at a few specific names, but more important than that, how do you judge any tool in this space? Let's break it down into a super simple checklist that you can use to pick the right one for you, no matter what it's called. All right, here are the 5 things you absolutely have to look for. Think of these as non-negotiables. 1, it has to do live scans, no old cache data. 2, it's got to track your competitors, not just you. 3, you need to see exactly which URLs are being cited as sources. 4, you need to see trends over time, right? Historical data, so you know if what you're doing is working. And finally, number 5, it has to give you actual advice, not just a spreadsheet full of numbers.
Okay, I know this can feel like a lot to take in, so let's make this super practical. I'm going to give you a simple plan to get started, and you can literally do this today.
Here we go. Step 1. Get your team together and brainstorm 10 or 15 real questions your customers are actually asking. Step 2. Go to Grok yourself and just type them in. It's free. See what happens. Get a baseline. Step 3. Then go pick a tool that makes sense for you, like maybe Cairrot to start. And the final step, Step 4. Make sure you connect this AI visibility data to your real website analytics so you can see if it's actually driving traffic.
Look, if I have to boil all of this down to just one clear, honest recommendation, this is it. For most people, I'm talking agencies, growing companies, solo marketers, the best place to start is with a tool like Cairrot. It just gives you all the essential stuff you need without that giant enterprise price tag.
And that really brings us back to where we started, to that final, really important question. The future of search isn't a numbered list anymore. It's a conversation, and you really have to ask yourself, when your customer starts that conversation with an AI, is your brand even going to be mentioned?